The story opens in complete darkness. A young girl lies on the cold floor, her wrist covered in blood. Bandages can't hide the countless scars from her past. Every wound tells the same story. She has given up. Her trembling hand slowly reaches into the darkness as a heartbreaking thought echoes through her mind.
I'm lonely.
Then another. I don't want to live. And finally, like this, all alone. It feels like these are the last words she'll ever say. The scene cuts to a bright school building. Year 2008. At Dongjie High School. An announcement is made to the new first-year students. There are 2 rules they must follow. First, never set a foot in the abandoned annex on the hill behind the school. In the classroom, pencils scratch across paper. The second rule is revealed as the focus lands on Chuyunha sitting alone with a hollow, distant gaze. No one is to ever speak to or bother her. The warning is clear. Get too close and you will be cursed. Chuyunha sits alone at her desk. The wooden surface covered in hateful messages. Sharping screams insults at her. You ghost, seeing weirdo, and you're creepy. Cruel words are scratched deep into the wood, telling her to just disappear. She stares forward, a silent figure in the green-tinged classroom surrounded by the venom of her peers. To them, she is not a human but a curse to be avoided at all cost. A rule to be obeyed. The torment escalates in high school. In the classroom, the bathroom, the gym storage, there is nowhere for Chuyunha to hide. She sits on the dusty floor, uniform covered with dirt, her face marked by cruelty. A boy leans in, poking her forehead and mocking her tears. With a trembling voice, Unha asks why they are doing this to her, even they know she cannot actually see ghosts. The group leader's smile grows. She admits they know the truth. The reason, she explains with the chilling smile, is simple because it is fun. There is no complex motive. It's just hilarious watching her squirm. Chuyunha shoves past them and runs. She flies into the overgrown woods until her lungs burn. The frantic chase leaves her breathless, collapsing near the rusted gates of the old haunted annex. Her skin is flushed with heat and fear, trapped with nowhere left to go. Her panicked gaze scans the oppressive greenery. Suddenly, her eyes lock into something and her breath catches in her throat. Her heart hammers against her ribs at the sight of the chained gate, but a silver of hope appears. The chain is loose. She thought she would rather walk into this ominous building than let them catch her again. She pushes the heavy door open, the creak echoing in the silence. Inside, the air is thick and still, a place frozen in time. She steps into an abandoned classroom, a strange calm replacing her fear. Here, she thinks she might finally be safe. In her classroom, Chuyunha's absence does not go unnoticed. Her empty desk sparks cruel whispers among the students and quiet disdain from her teacher. While they speculate, she rests peacefully in the quiet annex, finding a moment of peace. Suddenly, a strange warmth envelopes her, pulling her from her sleep. Her eyes flutter open, not to the dusty abandoned room. She fled to her own classroom. It is bathed in an unnerving amber glow filled with silent figures. The air thickens as 2 shadowy forms with wide, knowing smiles emerge. Their whisper brushing against her senses. That's her, the one who sees ghosts. Vicious whispers coil around Chuyunha, telling her she is cursed and drives everyone away. It's all lies. She cries, but a classmate just smiles cruelly, saying the truth does not matter when no one cares anyway. As despair washes over Yunha, a shadow rides in the air. The chill of the room is suddenly broken by a possessive warmth. A shadow materializes behind her. His hand rests on her shoulder, a steadying weight. The air thickens, charged with his presence, a silent only she can feel. The air crackles with a possessive heat. As his hand tightens on Chuyunha's shoulder, he leans in close, his voice a chilling lesson whispered just for her, showing how it is done. Her classmate finally sees the monstrous shadow looming behind Yunha. A silent scream is swallowed by encroaching darkness, the bully's form dissolving into nothingness. With a sharp gasp, Chuyunha jolts awake. The nightmare fiery red glow vanishes, replaced by the sickly green of a dusty classroom. A dream, she wonders, panting. Ju Yunha stands frozen, a chill down her spine, as she recognized the dusty classroom from her nightmare. This can be, she whispers, her confusion mounting. Her confusion, mounting a sudden loud clatter from a corner cabinet, makes her flinch, and she sees a pile of books has tumbled onto the floor. Deciding to clean up the mess, she crouches down among the scattered texts. A single red notebook catches her eye. It is labeled Guest Invitation. Her heart pounds as she flips it open, discovering it is a guide to a spirit summoning ritual, a dangerous rite with a stark warning. A cold dread creeps up Chu Eunha's spine. She clutches the red notebook, a single thought echoing in her mind. She needs to get out, but it is too late. Her bullies step from the shadows, cornering her. The leader snatches the book, her eyes scanning the pages. Guest Invitation. She muses, a slow, malicious grin spreading across her face as she understands a spirit-summoning ritual. She looks directly at Ju Yunha, her voice dripping with menacing excitement. This should be fun, right? Ju Yunha can only tremble, frozen by pure terror. In the dim school hallway, a group of students excitedly discuss a plan. One of them holds up a small, dark board, suggesting that spirit summoning sounds like fun. The very idea sends a sense of panic through Ju Yunha. Her eyes widen in terror, and she immediately turns and bolts down the corridor, desperate to get away, but she does not get far. A hand suddenly lunges out and yanks her back forcefully. Her escape cut short, her captor, a male student, sneers, asking if she was trying to run. The other bullies gather around, their expressions cruel. One girl smirks and demands an apology, telling Yunha to get on her knees. With a forceful shove, they throw her to the floor. Hu Yunha cries out, landing hard on her knees amidst rough, splintered edges littering the wooden planks. Tears well in her eyes as she trembles, whispering how much it hurts. The bullies show no mercy, one ordering another to hold her down. They mock her for coming to a place declared off-limits due to ghost sightings. A girl points to the classroom, sign class 3-1, and adds that this room has the most reports. She leans in close to Yunha's terrified face, her voice a low taunt.
You claimed you couldn't see them, she says.
Quit lying. The girl with the pink bun leans in close, a cruel smile on her face, as she questions if Eunha can see the spirits trembling. Ju Yunha stammers that she cannot. That being in this classroom was a mistake. Unconvinced, the bully offers a twisted deal. If Yunha does exactly as they say, they will let her go. Another student grabs Yunha, holding her firmly so she cannot run. The others begin their ritual, writing the word welcome in red on torn paper, pasting the invitations on every window and door. The air in the classroom grows thick with an oppressive heat. A boy holds Ju Yunha, taunting her about her past, but his words are lost to the frantic beat of her heart. For their ritual, they prepare a grim offering, cheap chocolates, and a cup filled with the dark toll of her ordeal. Using her phone as a candle, they force her to read from a book. Her voice trembles as she whispers the invitation into the suffocating silence. Welcome, guest. Finished, she looks up with a fragile plea, asking if she can finally go. Now a sharp shove sends Ju Yunha stumbling back to the floor. The air grows thick, hot and suffocating. The bully smiles, revealing the cruel catch. The host who greeted the guest must stay until the invocation is complete. Panic flares in Yunha's chest as the others file out their taunts, echoing. The door slams shut, the handle barricaded from the outside. You promised? She screams, her voice trembling. Her heart hammers against her ribs as she pounds on the door. Trapped alone in the oppressive darkness with their ominous invitation. Elsewhere, the bullies explore a dark, abandoned building. One of the boys laughs, suggesting it is a perfect place to hang out unnoticed. But the girls are unnerved. The windows are boarded up and strange sounds echo in the halls. Two of them split off, heading down a dark stairwell alone. The girl admits she was only pretending to be brave and calls Ju Yunha clueless idiot. Suddenly they freeze at the bottom of the steps. A figure lies motionless. The boy's flashlight beam cuts through the oppressive darkness of the stairwell as he insists he saw something. His companion dismisses his fears, her voice trembling slightly as she reminds him. They made sure no one else was there. The light reveals nothing but empty, decaying steps. Suddenly her eyes widen in terror. A silhouette now stands at the bottom, and stillness to its form. Before they can react, an immense menacing shadow envelopes them from above. A heavy thud echoes in the silence. Nearby, another girl hears the noise and cautiously investigates, only to find one of her friends collapsed and motionless on the floor. The girl rushes to her friend's side, her voice trembling as she demands to know what happened. A sudden chill runs down her spine. Her eyes catch movement in a dusty mirror on the wall. A menacing silhouette looms behind her reflection. Before she can react, a shadowy force grabs her, and she collapses to the floor motionless. In another part of the building, Ji Yunha slowly sits up. A shiver racks her body as she notices two dark, ominous shadows on her shirt. How much time has passed? She wonders aloud, her voice small in the empty, desolate room. A deep chill seeps into Ji Yunha. A coldness that has nothing to do with the summer air as she sits alone in the oppressive darkness. She can feel them, countless spirits gathering in the dark, their whispers a chorus of desperate need. She holds her breath, certain that if they find her it will be the end. Then a sudden, heavy silence, the whispers vanish in the oppressive quiet. A single terrifying question burns in the void, as if written in the darkest ink. Is it me? A voice echoes in the oppressive darkness. A monstrous entity looms over her, its face split by a terrifying, all-consuming grin. A chilling voice slithers into her mind, claiming she invited it. Here, the question hangs in the air as she stares, paralyzed.